Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at my brand spanking new Toro Z-Master 4000 series 72-inch zero-turn mower. So this is a 2025 model. As you can see, we've got a 4000 series HDX Pro XL mower here in beautiful Toro red with a very nice rollover protection system here. And I bought it for my golf course here, specifically to do wide area mowing. As you can see, I have a lot of acreage here I need to mow, and this Toro will go really good with my other zero turns I have on my fleet. And taking a look here at the mower, the first thing I really want to point out here is the attention to detail. So the tie down points that you get with this mower. So you get a tie down point here, moving around to the back. You get a tie down point there and there. So there's plenty of easy to access tie down points for your mower that you can easily put a ratchet strap to and get the most out of your trailering needs, which I appreciate if I ever have to take this for warranty work. Hopefully I won't, but or if I need to take it home to do my own lawn. It's really easy to drive up on the trailer, strap it on to some tie downs, and call it good. Next here is this 72-inch deck. This is a massive 72-inch deck, and all 72 inches are the same, except they're not. So this just appears to be more wide, and that's like from front to back. There's a little bit more depth to it. It looks very heavy made. I do appreciate here the bars that hold this in place instead of the chains. I like that it's steady and it's not kind of wagging all over the place like what you would get with a chain link deck. And also these spindles here are very easy to access. Just a quick on and off mechanism here. These spindles are sealed bearing spindles, so they should be, relatively easy to replace. I do appreciate that. This deck is very simplistic and I should say very easy to work on. I love it. I absolutely love it. This rubber flap here is pretty high quality. Again, easy to replace. Get your deck underneath. These rollers here are very nice. Of course, you have 4 levels of adjustability here for your rollers, which I will inevitably have to change. Again, here's a better descriptor here of how the mowing unit, how the deck actually sits. It's pretty nice. This spring here is a wear item I could be a little bit worried about, but it is what it is. Again, some plastic, but really adds to the look of this mower of just how huge it really is. We get gas fill up here. Really nice area to put your phone, which is big enough for an iPhone now, a Max model, a drink, and then some other stuff right there. You do get a very nice, USB outlet there, which is fantastic. That is something that more and more manufacturers are putting on their mowers, and I absolutely love it. I love that USB-C just to charge your phone if you're listening to music. Of course, we're looking at the engine now. The one of arguably the most important part. This Kawasaki FX1000V is bulletproof. So you get a 3-year unlimited hour warranty on the Kawasaki, and you get a 5-year 1,250 hour warranty on the mower itself. So anything else besides the engine, you get that extra years and 1,250 hours on it. But this engine here, 35 horsepower engine. I've used this. I have this in my Cub Cadet Pro Z972L, and it really works well. I do have to say, I like it a lot. I like how it never bogs because you're never short on power with 35 horsepower. It is insane, and it's really a trooper. I don't worry about it getting hot. I don't worry about air filters clogging up. I don't worry about transmission getting warm, anything like that. This engine, oil changes are easy. This engine is just a beauty I recommend this in any lawnmower that I mow with, especially Kawasaki. I do appreciate that. One thing I am missing here, so my Cub Cadet Pro 972 does have transmission cooler fans on it. This does not. So we're taking a look here at the actual transmission. It's a hydro gear transmission on both sides. So I'm curious to see how that is going to handle, because we don't have coolers on it like some other models. Again, battery right here. Good place for a battery. You will see a lot of batteries underneath the seats. Well, that can be a pain in the ass to get to sometimes. So what a great spot for a battery. It really, really works it well here. And honestly, it's not really changing from left to right, the traction or anything like that. I also do have to say this. So sometimes you'll get gas, or you'll get zero-turn models with saddlebag gas tanks on the side. I like this because you have one singular gas tank and it is underneath. So it's lower for one, and for two, it's just one singular gas tank. So you never have to worry about filling the one up and then not filling the other one. And you should have relatively 50-50 weight distribution from left to right because of that gas tank being in the middle. Again, some hydro cooling here. I love this rollover protection system here. It looks really, really good on this mower, I think, and these 26-inch Voodoo Track wheels are kick-ass, in my opinion. I don't know why more zero-turns aren't putting these on there. I know Toro is a big proponent of these Voodoo Track wheels. They are really nice. And honestly, guys, if you're going to rip it up with a zero-turn, you may as well have better traction, because the turf tires I've used on zero-turns rip it up as much as these tires do on the golf course. Taking a look here, you've got your hour gauge, 0.2 hours on this bad boy. You do have, which I'll turn it on, you do have a light that appears to be, fairly bright. So we'll shut off the lights here. This is actually pretty decent, especially when you are out mowing. I don't have to put a light bar on the rollover protection system, which is sweet. If you are mowing in the dark, you do get a little bit of light there. Of course, you're on and off for the PTO. And then your throttle. It's a pretty basic, and then you do have an area for like a Stanley or a Yeti or something like that over here. It is a larger, dash area. I do say I like it. These are adjustable, although not super adjustable. I would like to see the handlebars a little bit more adjustable here to go back. Me being short, I'm going to have to adjust this and bring it back a little bit. The seat is really nice. It looks very similar to Cub Cadet, so I'm sure that the seat manufacturer is the same as what my Cub Cadet is. It looks to be super, super nice. And it does actually stop where you need it to stop. So that is really sweet. This is a seat that's probably going to last quite a long time. Seat belt on here too, whether you need it or not. The Toro MYRIDE suspension is quite unique, if I say so myself. Of course, the seat can slide forward, which is nice, but watch this. So the the seat moves like back and forth. It's really interesting how it works. It kind of moves like side to side and then back and forth because of the gas shock there and the gas shock in the back. So I have it set on 2 right now. I'm 160 pounds, so that seems to be the right fit. I could even go to 1. And of course, you've got your side springs here. They could have just went with an air ride suspension, but I guess we'll see. In tests, this MYRIDE suspension has proven to be the better suspension than air ride. So that is pretty unique there. Guys, the only thing I'm not sure about here is how to actually access underneath the seat. I am not sure. We will figure that out. Actually, my new fairway mower just got here, so we'll rejoin shortly. Again, looking at the Toro here, you do have a little area where you could install a hitch if you wanted to. Of course, you can only tow, according to this, up to 250 pounds. But again, I won't really be doing any towing with this, as this will be my main unit to cut with. You know, we never looked at this here. So this is magnetic retention. And actually what we're going to do, I mow at 2 1/4. So there we go, 2 1/4, and then that's where when you depress the deck, that's where it sits. So pretty cool there. But again, let's just stand on the seat here. This needs to dry out a little bit, but again, it's really different because it's not like you're sitting down in an air seat. It's just really cushy, and you can kind of see, like, I kind of swing back and forth. I'm really curious to see because the front of this zero turn is different than my Cub Cadet Pro 972. So my Cub Cadet, the front is like connected, so it's like one big axle, and it goes back and forth. So I'm curious to see how that works. This is actually really easy. So you just push up on this and then pull that lever back, push it forward, and then boom, it's locked into place. Again, you push that forward and then the deck goes down. So that's pretty cool there. Here's what I mean though. I mean, these could be better. Of course, the seat does go up, but like when I like to ride on a zero turn, I like to be way back. Again, there's a seat adjuster on the bottom, so I could actually slide up quite a bit, honestly, to right there. And then, boom, you have your throttle controls. For a shorter guy like me, I am definitely going to adjust this, and I'm going to bring it closer to me. I might actually do that right now. This is actually really easy to lift up and down for being such a big deck. But yeah, this is, I mean, it's really a good unit. I'm curious to see how the MYRIDE is going to work. I really am. Honestly, I might switch this to like a 1 on here. It's pretty easy to adjust. You almost have to push it instead of pull it though, but there we go. It just adjusts into place and boom. So that even makes it a little bit more soft, which is sweet. Other than that, this is it. This is the Toro 4000 series, guys. I'm initial thoughts. I'm super impressed with it. So stay tuned here. If you want to see some more videos about this Toro zero turn, like and subscribe. I'll do a first mow with it, see what I think, run it up against the Cub Cadet, and get our thoughts on it.